You're listening to Bodify Insider from Bodify Functional Fitness.
3, 2, 1. Hola, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos al podcast Bodify Insider en una edición especial que justamente como les habíamos platicado en el podcast anterior, tenemos pues una libretita ahí de varios temas que queríamos compartir y dentro de esos temas estaba hacer este podcast también en el cual pues queremos invitar a varios de nuestros coaches y bueno pues uno de los primeros que tenemos que invitar por supuesto es a mi estimado Coach Dan. Bienvenido al podcast.
Thank you.
What's up, my man?
I feel grateful to be here right now, man. Finally got the invite. Finally.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming, man. I'm excited. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so we're gonna have some fun today.
Okay.
Así es. Déjenme nomás encuentro mi correo porque ya lo tengo por aquí.
All right.
Pero también obviamente vamos a invitar a los demás coaches. Tony también que comúnmente lo ven por aquí. Coach Eric, por ahí también.
Nino.
Burn.
Yeah,
Burn.
Everybody.
Todos.
So what we're kind of going to do is we're going to do like a little 10-question kind of deal. Know a little bit more about Dan himself and some of his thoughts on fitness and nutrition and stuff like that. I think you guys might find fun and interesting. So let's get to it.
Y queríamos hacerlo así como tipo Hot Ones. Le íbamos a poner alitas a Coach Dan, pero también no queremos promover el estar comiendo
we need to find something healthy.
Algo, sí, tal vez brócolis con salsa o algo, no sé. Pero bien, vámonos con la primera pregunta, ¿ok?
FYI, I'm a little nervous about this, so just be patient.
He doesn't know the questions. He didn't get prepared, so we're hitting them with cold questions here.
Ok. Bien, pues vámonos con la primera.
You get the first one. Come on.
¿No eres tú el de la primera?
No, it's you.
Ok, está bueno. Ok. Hablando de divertirnos, mi estimado Coach Dan. What's the most unusual fitness myth you have ever heard and didn't make you laugh or cringe?
The most unusual fitness myth that I've heard.
Yes.
I had a friend many years ago who was asking me about losing weight and why he was using supplements of whey protein and how come he wasn't losing weight. And I asked him, I said, well, are you doing it at night or in the morning? Got into details. He had my attention. And then I asked him, are you doing it with water or with milk? Because that's going to be a factor, right?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
It was neither.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
His answer was ice cream.
Wow.
Yeah, that might do it.
So
little calorie dense shake
FYI,
there.
for those that are doing their protein shakes, water earlier in the day and at night. And if you have to do milk, earlier in the day only. But if you're going to do it with ice cream, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Period.
Nope.
Got it.
Pues yo creo que se quedó con la idea de como cuando haces tu shake, ¿no? It's a shake.
Yeah, old
Ice
school,
cream shake.
Old
Como
school
faltas,
root beer
what
shake.
can I add
Yeah.
to it to make it taste better? Let's go with ice cream. Not going to work.
I'm sure it was delicious.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was delicious.
Yeah.
Ok, vas,
All right.
Pedro, vas.
I think you were right. I had the first one, but because he had something over here that he started. But anyways, I'll get things kicked off for me with a fun one. And if you could only do one exercise for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
If I could only do one exercise for the rest of my life.
We're going to get to know Dan today.
Dude, that's hard.
That's a tough one. I thought about it too. I have mine.
Because then you think like, what exercise? You know what? I'm gonna go with thrusters, dude.
Thrusters. That's brutal. It works a lot of your whole body.
Of muscles getting involved.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
So weakness, I can only get better at it.
Sure.
So I would go with thrusters. Barbell thrusters.
Okay. Yeah.
Barbell thrusters.
How about you, man?
I think burpee.
I was going to say burpees is another one like that, but I don't know. Would you consider running? And actually, if I had to pick one,
okay.
I think I would run. You know, just because it, that's when I zone out and clear my head.
Well, I was thinking on a movement,
but yes,
like if it's a movement, the burpee for sure.
I agree.
Yo siempre he dicho que si cuando me retire, yo ya nada más me voy a dedicar a puro trail running. And that's because I enjoy it. Like, I love that. So it just takes my mind to nice places.
I like burpee. Works all the show muscles. You look good with a shirt off. And it works your whole body, your cardio. But if I had to pick one thing to do for the rest of my life that I enjoy, probably running and trail running to be specific. Yeah.
That's good. Just on a side note, there's no way I could have picked burpees. You know that, right? not with you two guys here.
Yeah, you're
burpees
right.
is all yours. So
But thrusters is a great one. Another one that you love to hate, for sure.
You want to throw the other one so we can go like in order? I think you know how I jumped you.
Yeah, you did. Okay. So I got my next one. When it comes to fitness, is there a trend or fad that you just can't stand or that you secretly love? A trend or a fad? Hate or love?
Man, if you're moving, dude, you can't knock it.
Sure.
If it floats your boat and it gets your heart going, whether it's going to be walking, Zumba, DECA, whatever it is, if it gets your heart rate going and you enjoy it, go for it. So if you would have asked me this years ago, I would have hated running and I would have hated Zumba.
Yeah.
But as I've grown and matured, I've learned that if it gets whoever starts it going and it gets them moving their heart and they enjoy it, do what you got to do.
Love it.
You know
Love
what I mean?
it. I
Honestly.
agree. Whatever makes you happy, just stay freaking moving.
And us as coaches can't knock it unless we've tried it ourselves. You know?
I agree. I've never tried Zumba, though, to be honest with you.
No.
Not sure I could get into that. I mean, it looks fun to watch, to be honest with you. I kind of like when they're all in, like, how did they learn that shit? Because they're all on point, So, but I don't know if I could do it. Like, I don't know if I have the rhythm. And I consider myself a decent dancer, but I don't know if I could do it.
I tried. I didn't try a Zumba class years ago, but I tried an aerobics class, and it was full of 40 people. This was years ago. And literally almost got kicked out because like the instructor was like, you gotta follow the pattern, follow the rhythm. And she got in front of me and it got awkward because she's in front of me. And never
that whole step up, step that I tried it too, to be honest with you, and I couldn't get it either. I don't have the rhythm for it.
So no. But no, I wouldn't knock it though. Because if somebody gets it, you go for it,
I agree.
Because burpees for us, that might be like, yay. For other people, like, hell no. So,
very true.
Yeah.
Stay moving.
Stay moving. Ok, let's keep moving también on the questions. Y vamos con la siguiente. All right, Dan, let's get real.
Oh.
Y esto también va para los miembros, ¿eh? Así que, members, pay attention on this one.
Yeah, you're skipping around, bro.
Am I skipping again?
You're not going in the order that I have.
Yes, I am.
Go for it. You do you.
Okay.
You do you, Chuy.
Okay, what's the one piece of advice you wish all your Bodify members will take to the heart?
Hey, you're getting into the deep shit. Nice.
What piece of advice would I give any Bodify member? What was the last part?
To take to the heart.
To take to heart?
Yeah.
The discipline outside of the gym is just as important as the discipline inside of the gym.
Hell yeah.
Period.
Hell yeah.
Boom. No lo tires. Drop mic, no. No se puede hacer drop mics aquí, okay?
It doesn't stop in this. You're here for an hour. What are you doing for the 23 other hours of the day?
Exactly.
Yeah. I wish to sleep. It's just one thing. I just want to sleep.
That's part of it. Rest and sleep, man.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
We just talked about it. The importance of sleep. But yes, that's a great one. I 100% agree with that one.
Okay, vas, Pedro.
All right. Here's a tough one. If you could trade or if you could train any famous person, dead or alive, who would it be and why? Ooh. Dead or alive, anybody.
If I could train anybody.
Any famous person.
Any famous person.
Yeah.
And they
Benjamin?
have to be real, right?
They have to be real.
Like a real person?
Yeah, not like an actor.
But you can train an actor.
Well, not like
right,
the character.
But not like
Como Rambo, no sé.
like-
Yo puse bien mamado el Rambo de a huevo.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, that would be Stallone, yeah. Is it Rambo or Rocky?
You know what? I'm going to go with Arnold Schwarzenegger, bro.
Hell yeah.
And only because when you think of Arnold, you think of bodybuilding, weight training, so on and so forth, his methods and his discipline. But if you notice him as a person, it branches out into more than just bodybuilding.
Sure.
You know, so I think me training him, he'd probably end up training me. But you can feed off that knowledge and whatever he has to give.
Yeah.
It'd be a learning on my side as opposed to learning from me.
Absolutely. It's just like talking to somebody with that kind of knowledge.
Yeah.
Just hanging out with a person like that is cool.
Actor, governor, weight training guy. Like
what hasn't he done? Yeah.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Sí, sí. De hecho, hace poco que estuve viendo su... There's a bio of him, I think, on Netflix. And it's really good. Y aparte lo he visto en muchas entrevistas. And you can tell, like, he's not a meathead. O sea,
yeah,
he's like someone...
He's chompa. Like,
very intellectual, very
smart
guy.
Yeah.
And it's...
I mean, to come from where he came, if you know anything about his story and where he's at right now, it's an amazing story.
Yep.
Okay.
Good one. I like it.
Vientos. Let's go to the next one. Okay, Coach Dan. If you were a superhero whose power was based on a workout or fitness skill, what will your power be?
Power.
Si fuera basado en un fitness skill o en un workout, what would your power be?
Jeez, bro.
The sled pusher. Pushing cars, I don't know.
Wow. So it could be... No, I'd go with speed. Something like speed like that. Yeah, like really fast. Like so fast I could like...
Flash.
Like, yeah. Like I can go to the
Steal it
past
from
or I can go to
Tony.
the future.
Steal it from Tony. Sorry, Tony. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's taken.
It's taken.
Yeah, speed.
Okay.
He can pick Quicksilver.
Quicksilver.
Well, Quicksilver's a pelon guy, right? I'll be Quicksilver. That's fine. I can
He's
be
too nice. He's too nice. Take Flash, bro. Take Flash.
I'm cold. I'm cold.
There you go. I like it. Okay. Very good. Okay, my turn. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. What's your go-to pump-up song for your own workouts? And does it involve some kind of embarrassing dance move? Give us the insight onto Dan's Spotify go-to.
As far as song, I can't think of a song, but I'm always curious on what people like to listen to when they're working out. So like, even when we have classes here at Bodify, I'll ask them like, hey, if I could put any 3 songs, what would you give me or whatever? And I'm always curious because sometimes you assume and like they'll come up with something crazy that you didn't assume. But for me, it's always going to be hip hop.
Yeah.
Rap.
Like
usually 90s
old
rap.
school?
Yeah,
like
okay. 90s rap.
Our rap, yeah.
Yeah, Notorious B.I.G. and that kind
Pac,
of genre. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That gets me smiling and gets the heart pumping too.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Gotta love the 90s rap.
90s rap.
Rock fitness, rock siempre y Rage Against the Machine, no me canso.
Yeah.
Like, Rage
I
Against
can
the
always...
Machine, la puedo escuchar una y otra vez. Metallica ya como que
Yeah.
Rage never gets old.
Sí, Rage y Beastie Boys.
Yeah. Sabotage.
90s.
When I need a pick me up,
90s.
for sure.
Those are the Sunday afternoon workouts.
Hell
Or
yeah.
Sunday morning, I should say, workouts.
Hell yeah.
Okay, sigo yo, ¿verdad?
It's your last one, right?
Yes. Okay, on a more serious note, what is the biggest misconception people have about fitness and how do you address it with the members?
Beautiful question.
Good one.
I think that we were raised to believe that fitness, if we're not having fun, in other words, intensity has to be not fun.
Yeah.
And I think here at Bodify, we're trying to plant the seed, although we have to show it too, that just because it's hard doesn't mean it can't be fun. Like we can mix hard, struggle, and still smile, fun, and bring it together. That's what I think we can do. Workouts are going to be hard. Life is going to be hard. We're going to get challenges in the gym. We're going to get challenges out of the gym. Why not make it fun and just smile about it? You take it just as serious, but now with a smile, it's not so bad.
Yes.
Makes
and
sense.
A lot of it, I mean, it's up here, no? We have to change that mindset, and that is part of the workout too.
Yeah.
Like,
and us as coaches, where we believe in that, and it's not like you get it and you don't lose it. You have to practice it, right?
For sure.
But for our members, we get the opportunity to teach that. Right. And sometimes that takes practice also. Teaching little workouts, long workouts, whatever it might be, it's a practice. We're like, and when you catch people getting frustrated, you're like, hey, you're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. You know what I mean? Easier said than done, but yeah, it takes practice.
But isn't it cool? Isn't it cool when you start with somebody, you're a coach and you start with a newbie and they know nothing of fitness. They don't like fitness. They're here because either the doctor told them they needed to work out or they're feeling like shit and, they know they need to work out, but they don't like it, you know? And then through time and through coaching and effort, and you just start seeing the mind, the change in people, and it's, to me, that's one of the most beautiful things is when you can track from the beginning, to when somebody finally gets it. They get it, they're having fun, and they made it a lifestyle. To me, that line, that is beautiful, man. Yeah. And it makes the job worthwhile. And really, those are the stories that when you're having a tough day as a coach, you kind of like lean on that, like, man, who am I affecting today? Yeah. And man, that brings me back to positivity.
Right. Absolutely. And us as coaches, that energy that we have has to be contagious because we don't have that energy all the time. We have our bad days too. We have our struggles. So when you get into class, that one conversation of Miss So-and-so who says, I finally did my burpee or I finally got the push-up can totally make up for that day.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And I like to see, speaking on members, how you all say, when you remember that first member that came in with the scared face and, you give that eye-to-eye contact saying everybody had their day one. You're cool. You're going to be good. And then 5 months later, like, hey, what's up with the workout? Like, why are we doing this? Like, they go get their equipment. They start wrecking up everything. I'm like, all right. You're there. You're there.
They're showing other members, other newbies. Now they're like helping you coach.
Yeah.
They're like, they're almost leaders in there, know, and from where they started to that, man, like that just like, makes you feel good. Man. Yeah. It makes the job worthwhile.
Contagious.
Yeah.
And
I agree. I think making people have fun while they're doing this and changing their mindset to not like, oh, I got to go to the gym today. To, dude, I get to go to the gym today.
I get to go.
Yeah.
I get to.
And all my friends are there. Like, it's like when we were kids and, like, you complained about school, but by the end of summer, you wanted to go back to school. You wanted to go hang out with your friends, and that's where all your friends were. And I was ready to go back, August, like, all right, got the new clothes, you got the new backpack. Shoes, the backpack. I get to go see all these people that look a year older now. I think a lot of people, like, when they come to the gym, like, these are their friends, man. And it's like their social circle now. So, dude, it's cool to see. Like, you just stand back and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Es una de las cosas que, por ejemplo, con la experiencia de radio de la que vengo, también, o sea, como ahorita estamos platicando en este podcast y pues, no sabemos cuánta gente lo va a escuchar allá afuera y se le va a quedar algo de que le gusta este podcast y que se quedan con algo bueno de este podcast. Hasta que tal vez te topes a esa persona y te diga, hey, me gustó esto y dices, gracias. O sea, dices, ok, no estoy haciendo esto de okis, ¿no? Y así era esa experiencia en radio en la cual, pues, estás en el micrófono, no sabes quién está allá afuera escuchando.
Right.
Pero el ser coach es a primera instancia. Tú eres el testigo, como tú dices, Dan, desde day one. Y luego ver ese proceso de cómo van mejorando, cómo de repente son otras personas totalmente, su manera de pararse, todo va cambiando, y es esa satisfacción de formar parte de esa historia y aquí es algo que es a diario, like, esa recompensa nosotros como para coaches es a diario y pues creo que por eso también es adictivo estar aquí con todos nuestros miembros y ver que siempre están mejorando, ¿no?
Yeah, pretty cool.
And we can't take that for granted.
Right.
Because that little hello moment of, yaha, like she's doing great or he's doing great, we need to remember that because that keeps us going too. Because it's hard to put up the coach's smile all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We have bad days.
It can be challenging. Yeah,
for sure.
But just know that it goes both ways. Their energy, our energy, it feeds off of each other, I guess you could say.
Very good. All right. So wrapping things up, question number 10. What's the most rewarding part of being a coach? And do you have a message for our listeners?
The most rewarding part. I'm going to go with when, I don't even want to say members, but more the family of Bodify, like when they get the exercises, like when they get the good form and I get to like, yes, that's it. Like, don't stop. Like, keep that form.
Yeah.
When they learn certain movements, I like that. Like
Sure.
that. Because then I'll see them 2 weeks from now. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to coach at South. I hadn't been in South for like 3 or 4 weeks, I think. So I got to see some of the members that I first saw when I got to meet them at the beginning. And now I see them and they got their incline press and their movements. And I'm like, dude, I haven't seen you in a month. Like, look at you now. Like, when they learn their movements.
Yeah.
Basic movements. Anything from a push-up to a squat, whatever it might be. I like to see that. What was the second part?
Do you have a message for our listeners? Like wrapping things up, what do you want to leave them with? Drop the mic moment right here.
Not literally, okay? It's just a moment.
Yeah. It's expensive. It's expensive equipment.
Well, not necessarily drop the mic because it goes two ways. Because I got questions for you also.
Sure, yeah.
All right, but after, as far as message, you'll never get to the point where you say you know it all and you're there.
Yeah.
This journey will keep on changing, fitness journey, life journey, as we get older, as we progress, as we learn more. There's going to be new stuff that's going to come out. This world of fitness is always learning, and you're always going to be able to learn from anybody. That's the good and the not so good.
Sure.
So from habits to exercises, we get to learn from everybody. We're always learning.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to think of, or I don't want our people to think like you've reached the top. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm there. Savor the great moments and then keep on going because the journey just continues.
Yeah.
And that can be fun.
For sure. We're constantly learning. And we've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
And I still learn every day. I learn from you. I learn from Tony. I learn from Eric. I learn from this guy. That's the beauty of working with a team is you get to take little snippets of everybody's style and what they're doing and what interests them and like, oh man, that looks kind of cool, or we share, we're constantly sharing workouts with each other and like, oh, let's do that on Sunday, all together. That's a common theme, around here with, is like, yeah, we're going to challenge each other, and a little friendly competition, a little healthy pressure, like he likes to say.
That's all Yancey. Pressure.
But it's, yeah, definitely, man. You never stop learning.
It continues.
Yes,
for sure.
All right, so that was question number 10.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
You're
We got you
done.
in the hot seat now, so you weren't going to get me alone in the hot seat. So, yeah. All right. Questions. I got questions for y'all. Not a lot, just a couple of questions.
Sure.
Let's go with one question for Chuy and one question for Pete. And let's make it the same question.
Okay.
Does that work?
Who answers first?
This is not the question. I'm going to go with Chuy first.
Okay.
This is not the question. But how long have y'all known each other? How many years? Since what year?
Ooh, 20...
Like 10?
2013, 2014. 10, 11 years.
10, 11 years.
Yeah.
And then you all have been working together technically about a year? More than a year?
No, when we opened this location.
4 years.
Oh, jeez.
3.5, 4 years.
3.5, yeah.
Yeah, 3.5, 4 years.
All right. So while working together and then friendship together, what would be the 3 things you appreciate most about Pedro and vice versa?
Oh, okay.
I think obviously one of them is the opportunity. Otra cosa aparte de la oportunidad es que en muchas otras partes donde he estado no siempre te dan la confianza de trabajar cómodamente. Entonces a veces tienes muchas ganas de hacer ciertas cosas y no sé, a otras personas les da miedo y Pete en realidad me dice, ok, go for it.
Yeah.
Digo, lo han visto con los eventos de DECA. O sea, yo le decía, mira, podemos hacer esto espectacular, lo podemos hacer así, o sea, obviamente nada más. Y él lo que ha hecho es simplemente dejarme trabajar y es lo que se ha logrado, ¿no? ¿Qué otra cosa he aprendido de él? ¿O cómo era?
Just something that you appreciate about him. You're on 2 already.
Ok,
Great answers, by the way.
Y yo creo que la otra es mantenerme consistente con mis workouts. Like, calling me out.
The
Calling me like
The
what?
asshole
Sí,
in him.
The accountability.
The asshole of him. Like it's also like a,
All it takes is one text, dude. Like one text, maybe two words, one text.
Sí.
Like, damn it. Okay, I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
I'm waiting for you.
Sí, yo creo que principalmente serían esas tres cosas.
That works.
Obviamente.
That
Sí.
works. Just keep in mind though, when that text is coming from him about like if you're going to work out, he might still be in bed going, if he says no, I don't have to go. So it's a double trouble
Yeah.
here.
I'm
right?
sure that's
It's
happened
double,
before
yeah.
too, for sure. For sure.
Switch it around.
All right. So 3 things that I appreciate from this guy. Well, one that, you know, he brings, you know, it's always fun to be around smart people, you know.
Yeah.
Smart people make going to work, you know, fun. You know, you don't want to have to micromanage. And something that I've learned throughout the years in my career is man, if you're micromanaging or having to micromanage, you got the wrong people around you. So, you know, and I'm a natural micromanager. You know, I want to hold on to everything. So, you know, and I want to be a part of everything. And when you get to a certain size business, it's impossible if you want to grow. So the fact that I have a smart guy that I trust, you know, with my baby, you know, I don't have kids. This is my baby. Bodify is my baby, like literally. And, you know, I don't really, you know, I don't really have to micromanage Chuy just because, I mean, he's an idea guy and he'll shoot up something that sounds almost fucking impossible in my head. You know, it's like, man, I don't know, but fuck it, go for it.
I think, where do I sign?
Yeah, you know, how much is this going to cost me, Chuy? And it's like, ooh. And I know he's got that face and he's going to ask for a certain amount of money to get this work in. You know, 𝗙𝗏𝘁's a great example. You know, it's like all that equipment. I won't even tell you how much that cost, but there was just like, when somebody fights for something and they truly believe that they can be successful at something, you got to reward them. You know, you got to believe with them if you trust them. And the way he fought for it, you know, made me believe. And then look at what he produced on Saturday. I mean, it's not a solo mission. You know, we do this as a team, but you know, he's the head, he's the lead. Yeah. It came from his brain. So I appreciate that he gets me out of my comfort zone and pushes me to think. I'm a natural dreamer, but he gets me, you know, he pushes my buttons for sure, you know, and makes this thing grow. Next, you know, he's a dreamer too. You know, he loves Bodify, you know, and when I know if I wasn't paying him, he'd still be here a lot. You know, I would have to kick him out, you know, even if I wasn't paying him, you know, because he loves this place and he believes in this place. And that's hard to find, you know. It's not only I mean, we started off friends before employee-employer, but that's kind of cool too. And I mean, it's good and bad, you know. It's people say there's negatives to it too. And, you know, I could see that if there's not a good communication between the employer and the employee. But, you know, me and this guy can talk about anything. We share so much of our belief system is very much alike. You know, I think we think very corporate, and we know where Bodify is going, where we want to take it, and we're pushing in the same direction constantly. So, you know, I appreciate that. And then just on a friend level, you know, those first 2 were more about business, but on a friend level, you know, somebody that can put up with me, you know, you know, I'm sometimes they say I'm an asshole, you know, but it's,
you can, I didn't say shit,
you know, and that, you know, I think when you train with somebody that has the same goals, you know, the same interests, and that can push you. There's certain days that you're not going to want to get out of bed, and if I know that Chuy is supposed to be there at 9 a.m., I will get my ass up and I will be there at 9 a.m. Now, whether he's there at 9 a.m. is something else. But the fact that he was going to be there, no, I'm kidding. More than that, he's there. And I don't think I would be doing all of this and maybe not even Bodify if I hadn't met this guy. Him, Tony, this whole dream really took, fruition. It began through Tough Mudder and Spartan. And then it was just like, we can do this shit better than anybody. And let's put it down. Let's do it. Let's commit. Let's jump in. And it's hard to find people that will believe in you and trust you. And those are true friends. So, beyond... I think that's 3, right? Yeah. I gave you 3. Mm-hmm. So, when you have things like that, you got to cherish them and you got to reward them and support them. And, that's what friends are for, like the song says.
Yeah. Well said. I feel like now's the perfect time for y'all to get like Bodify tattoos or something.
It's coming. It's coming. And if anybody wants a Bodify tattoo, I'll pay for it.
I think both of y'all make a great team. I think you're putting your dreams together into purpose, into passion, and the only way that that's going to go is going to go up. So hopefully this is just a start, bro, and we can get global.
Absolutely, man.
And that includes DECA, and that includes High Rocks, and that includes everything that we're all about as far as strong classes and what we teach. I think we go more than just teaching. We coach, we teach, we counsel, we help, we listen. We're vulnerable, but as well, we get to transform people mentally, emotionally, physically. And that's where it's at, dude.
It really is a true family. I mean, we say it all the time, Bodify family. And honestly, everybody in this room believes that this is a family. We treat each other like family. We treat our members like family. We care. And it's not just a fucking saying.
It's part of our values.
Absolutely. Yeah. It is. It's a part of our value system. And we dream big here. We dream big. We want to accomplish big things on personal, on business, in life.
With our members,
with everybody, it's just I want everybody to dream big when they walk in these doors, and we do. So great question, man. I loved it. Thanks for hitting us back with that one, and thanks for answering the 10 questions.
Thank you very much.
This was fun.
I had fun.
Yeah, for sure.
It.
Coach Dan, where they can follow you?
Coach Dan Grateful on Instagram. Not a lot of posts, but if I get a lot of likes, I'll post.
So follow Coach Dan. He put some good stuff. And keep on listening, guys. And if you have any questions or you have any ideas for future podcasts, definitely hit us up. And in the next couple of weeks, we hope to be doing this with all of our coaches and staff and stuff like that. And if one of you guys want to get in the hot seat and get to a little 10 questions, let us know. We'll pick on you for a bit.
I kept it warm for you.
Peace out, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
This episode was produced by Bodify Functional Fitness.